welcome to Greenman Video. I'm Matt. Now the iPad, you've probably heard of it by now because it was released by Apple in January. It's now April, but I thought I'd just make a video about it and talk about it. So here we go. Right. So yeah, they announced the iPad at the special January 2010 event in San Francisco, and they talked all about it. And that was on the 27th of January, and yeah, so it was released by Steve Jobs on stage. So everybody was kind of, before the event happened, thinking, so what's coming new? Well, the big rumour was going to be a tablet, and that's what happened. The iPad was announced. So yeah, it was called an iTablet maybe, and so iPad is the final name for it. And this is what it looks like. It's 9.7 screen, I think. So it's, lots of people have said it's like a big iPhone or a big iPod Touch, which it is really. But I think it is kind of nicer to have a bigger iPhone, because it is sometimes it's a bit small if you're the iPhone screen. So I think it'd be quite cool to have a big iPhone, but there isn't really much different from an iPhone really. But it still looks really nice. It's an Apple product, really good quality. So yeah, Steve Jobs announced it on stage. And so yeah, display, yep, it's a 9.7 inch display, LED, so it's really thin, this device. And it's a 1024 by 768 pixel resolution, fingerprint resistant, which is good, and support for display of multiple languages. So what does it have with it? It's got Wi-Fi, it's got digital compass like the iPhone 3GS, it's also got assisted GPS for both models, the two different types of models, Wi-Fi and 3G model, and you can get like a contract, like a deal with it for the 3G model. So Wi-Fi is just Wi-Fi, which is wireless internet in your home or an airport or a cafe or Starbucks or something, and 3G is through like satellites, and just like you can use it wherever, not like absolutely wherever, you know, you've got to have a signal, but those are the differences. And so the capacities, they're going to come in free: 16GB, 32GB and a 64GB. So that's nice, and that's the same as the iPod Touch as well. Input and outputs, what's this got on it? What inputs and outputs has it got? Well, it's got a dock connector port, the obvious thing to transfer and sync your iPad. They used it for the iPod, and then they introduced it to the iPhone, and now the iPad, so common sense really. 3.5mm stereo headphone jack. I was watching some unboxing videos of the iPad, and they don't get any headphones with it, which is a bit weird really. You'd think they would just put some in as a headphone jack, and since that's what they've always done with the iPod, and the iPhone, seems a bit weird not to do that. Built-in speaker and microphone, and a micro SIM card tray for Wi-Fi and 3G models only. So sensors, you get the ones in the iPhone, except one of them, I can't remember which one it is. There's an accelerometer, which is like if you turn it landscape and portrait, it changes the screen, and an ambient light sensor. There's a third sensor on the iPhone. I forgot what it is though. What is it? Oh, it's how close it is to your ear, so that you don't like end the call when you put the iPhone next to your ear. That's that one. So it's not a phone, this device. External buttons and controls. It's got an on/off sleep wake button. Screen rotation lock. So this has happened to me when you're like on a sofa in your bed, or just like leaning over a bit, and it turns into the other way, like from portrait to landscape, and you don't want that to happen because, well, you just don't want it to happen, do you? So they've put a rotation lock on the side of it, and also a volume up and down, and the home button of course. And so what do you get in the box? Well, you get the iPad obviously, a dock connector to USB cable, 10-watt USB power cable, and documentation, so you know, instructions, and you get some Apple stickers in it as well. But I think it is crazy how they've not included headphones. They included dock connector but not headphones. The likelihood is if you're buying an iPad, you've probably already got maybe an iPod or an iPhone, and you'll have a dock connector. But maybe you want some more headphones. That I really don't know why they've not put headphones in, because they're really cheap, to be honest, for them to make just some headphones to throw in the box. So that's a bit weird, that really. So they also make some accessories for the iPad. These are Apple ones. I'm sure there's going to be tons more third-party accessories for the iPad. Cases, stands, remotes, loads of stuff like that, you know. So Apple have made a few. They've got a case which is also a stand. Some connectors for cameras and SD cards, I think that is. Power cables, a dock, and also a dock which has got a keyboard attached to it, so you can use it kind of like a desktop computer in a way, which is kind of cool. So yeah, there it is. It's just a back completely filled with aluminium, I think, but on the, I think it's the Wi-Fi version, you have a little black cutout at the top for the Wi-Fi, because if it's aluminium metal on the back, you don't get as good connection signal. It kind of it gets in contact with the aluminium on the back. That's why the 3G and 3GS iPhones are made of plastic instead of aluminium, which the first one was. The side looks pretty thin, pretty nice, and the front is cool as well. You can put backgrounds on there if you want as well. Apple have made a few, and you can also just use your own if you want. But maybe this, I was thinking maybe this is going to be the new style for the next iPhone. Even though I said the 3G and 3GS are made of plastic, maybe they're going to change it back. Somehow they're going to get around that problem. I don't know. Sorry. Right, so the iPad is here. It is. It was on sale today in the USA. That's the 3rd of April. So it's on sale there now, and it will be here in the UK in late April. It's a bit annoying that they've not set a date yet, but that'll probably happen in a week or something. So yeah, here in the UK, and the rest of the world probably the late April. I'm not quite sure. So how much is it going to be in the UK? Well, I reckon it's going to be about £330 for the 16GB Wi-Fi version. Maybe a little bit extra though, because Apple don't always have the exact price conversion that they do dollars to pounds. So that's the conversion for the 16GB Wi-Fi in America to pounds, £330, which is alright really. But I reckon it'd probably be about £369 maybe. It's the UK version. So yeah, in America 16GB is $499, 32 $599, 64 $699. Wi-Fi versions, Wi-Fi plus 3G, you get 16GB for $629, 32GB for $729, 64GB for $829, which is quite a bit really. But it'd be interesting to see what the prices are when they are announced by Apple. And so yeah, the iPad will come out in the UK in late April. That's what it says on the website anyway. So one of the questions about you guys will probably be asking me in the comments, so I'm going to answer that now, is will I be getting an iPad? Well, when it first came out I thought, no, there's no point at all, you know, I've got an iPhone, it's just a bigger iPhone, or an iPod Touch. Well, yeah, I thought that for a while. I thought it was like, oh God, there's no point buying that at all, it's such a waste of money. But I actually kind of like it now, and I'm thinking, oh, I'll buy one of those. And I think there's not really much reason, but oh well, I'll just buy it. It's got an Apple logo on it, it's pretty good. Well, it's good quality, it's made by Apple, fantastic. Bigger iPhone, you know. So yeah, I might get one. It won't be soon though, maybe a few months and I might get one. But there is also the chance that Apple, well, probably they will announce a new iPhone in May or June. So if I get an iPad and then the iPhone, the next model comes out, it's like, oh, what's the point? I'm just like, you know. So I might get it. It depends totally on the price as well, but it's probably going to be about £330, I reckon, maybe a bit more. So I might get one. Yeah, I might get an iPad. So there you go. That's my video talking about what the iPad features and when I think about it. So there you go, the iPad now on sale in the US and on sale in the UK in late April. Thank you for watching this video. See ya.
Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye.